with Netflix and with HBO and all these different streaming services, it's like, wow. Like,
OnlyFans is getting in on the game as well.
yeah, they're producing comedy too, right?
Yeah, they're wrapping my tour bus coming up. I'm so excited.
That's hilarious.
So funny to get a sponsorship.
Have you ever seen the amount of money that is spent on content creators on OnlyFans, and most of it naked girls? Have you ever seen the amount of money? Let's guess. How much they spend a year? Like
OnlyFans?
Subscribing, yeah. All the money that comes in. How much do you think they spend a
from
year?
All the influencers, if you want to call them
all
that.
of them. Yeah, influencers. Yeah.
I'm gonna say a year?
Yeah.
700 million.
It's way more than that, I think. And I think it's probably somewhere around the GDP of a small country.
What?
What is it? What's the amount that OnlyFans brings in every year?
It's definitely increased last year, which is going to be way more this year. 2022's revenue was $2.5 billion. But that's just OnlyFans. There's a couple other sites too that have to be included.
Bro, if you get enough pictures of tits and feet, you can buy Guatemala.
Bro,
that's fucking
how
insane.
wild is that? Okay, what's the GDP of Guatemala? Let's find out that.
Like, Guatemala, are they doing well?
Way more.
How much?
Guatemala averaged reaching an all-time high of 95 billion.
Oh, God.
Okay, we're off by a little. Well, that's
Fine.
Guatemala.
Record low of 1 billion in 1960.
Who's not doing well right now?
Okay, let's find a country that's not doing. Uruguay. Is that a good one?
Where the fuck is Uruguay?
I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna go for ranking and try to find.
Okay,
someone.
get me down to about 2.5 billion. Let's see what they could buy
Yeah,
with
let's
OnlyFans.
start talking. Let's start talking. That's insane.
Imagine if like OnlyFans Island. They buy a fucking island.
They could
They might be able
make
to
it
start
one of
their
those
own
like
country.
one of those content houses
Yeah,
where it'd
they
be
could
like
do their own
10 models
country.
living in there.
They could have their own rules, their own country.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. They have so much.
That's only in a year, bro. That's what's crazy.
billion.
Yeah, that's in a year. Now, how much does OnlyFans get? What do they get? Like 10%?
I think
How- what's
10%.
That's the cut.
I think so.
Think of that.
But I'm wondering what inevitably set them aside from like Patreon's been around forever. Like girls were doing Patreon before OnlyFans. I wonder if the revenue split is better. Maybe is it easier to navigate?
Well, I think wasn't it like they started it with the idea OnlyFans. I don't necessarily think they started it for just girls doing that.
No, they told me
started
they
it
didn't.
for like fans of like performers and stuff and different things.
Just
But
for-
that was what really caught on.
Yeah, exclusive content.
These gals make so much money.
Bullying is going to be at an all-time high in like 10 years, dude.
Bullying?
Yeah, in schools.
How come?
Imagine you got beef with a kid in school, and at any moment you can go, "Oh yeah, here's your mom's pussy for $3.99."
Oh my god.
It's
Good
gonna
call.
be an
I think-
all-time high.
But in 10 years, people could have pictures of every mom's pussy. You could
I
have
hope not.
videos of your mom fucking.
Oh, God, I hope not.
They'll make it with CGI. Like you'll be able to do it on your phone in 13
Man,
seconds.
people just AIing
Matt
it.
Rife sucking a cock. Bang.
Yeah, that video's not out there.
100% they can
Yeah,
make
that's
that. But they can make
That's how
that
you
right
get out of it
now.
from now on. That's AI, dude. That wasn't me.
They're real close to being able to do that with like very realistic. I mean, they can make your face move and make words come out of your mouth that you didn't say. They can take old recordings of you, and then they have the bass line. There's a ton of commercials out there of me that I don't have anything to do with it. They're not really my commercial. I didn't really make a commercial. They used AI. They used my voice. They can do wild shit now, man. And
Yet-
you got to imagine that like if you're like a young female celebrity, there's probably already face swaps of you online
Oh, I'm
in
sure.
porn scenes.
Yet there's no good footage of Bigfoot. Not one
Yes.
AI interpretation of Bigfoot.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Come on. Well, I think Bigfoot was a real animal at one point in time.
Okay.
It just makes sense. First of all, historically, it was a real animal. There's a thing called Gigantopithecus.
Oh.
They found its bones in an apothecary shop. There was a large primate molar that our anthropologist found in an apothecary shop. That it was in China, and it didn't match any known primate, and he knew it was too large. And there was bones that seemed to indicate it was a jaw bones. It seemed to indicate it was bipedal.
Oh.
They can apparently tell by the shape of the jaw.
And like how tall?
8 feet tall. It was an enormous thing. That's what it looked like.
Oh
So
shit!
it's very orangutan
But
like.
that looks like Bigfoot. Yeah,
It is Bigfoot. I think that is Bigfoot.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to believe one of these just happened to still be around
No.
than a totally new creature. I think.
Yes, but no. It's not easy to believe they're still around.
When did they go extinct?
They went extinct somewhere around 100,000 years ago.
I don't know, man. They find animals sometimes that they thought were extinct.
Like, when did they... 9.8 feet. Wow.
God damn.
Okay, 11,700 years ago in southern China. This is what they know, right? So they don't necessarily know that it was 11,700 years ago. It really might have been like 6,000 years ago. They just don't have those bones yet. It's all in... Like, when they're finding bones of things... You know, they'll, like, if they do, they go, the last bone we found was, you know, this amount old. If they find a new one 6 months from now, they do that all the time with, like, they're finding all these new versions of human beings. Like, they found Denisovans. That's a new kind of human that they found. I think they found that in Russia. I want to say that was like 2013 or 2014, but I think they just found another one in China that seems to be different than any other human being they found before too. So there was multiple versions of human beings, right? There's Neanderthals, there's Homo sapiens, there's a bunch of different versions of us that didn't quite make it.
That's so
And
crazy.
one of them they found was the Hobbit person. They found it in the island of Flores. And there was always talk in like legend of these little furry men, these little tiny men.
Like how tall? Are we talking?
3 feet tall, man.
Oh, shit.
But they found bones. And then when they found bones, they realized that this thing lived around the same time as human beings, somewhere as recently as, I think they think it was like 10,000 years ago.
Wow.
But that's what they looked like. So they looked like people. They used tools. They probably hunted. They had small brains, and they were tiny and probably covered with fur. And they found multiple bones of these. At first, they thought like maybe that's a deformed human or what is this? But now they're reasonably certain that that's a new type of human being.
It just didn't make it.
Or a new type of higher primate. I don't know if you would even say human being, but a little tiny little weird one. And they think there might still be some of those left in the wild.
Have they given any? I know this is a cross pollination of subjects right now, but has there been any thought as to these smaller bones being related to like aliens per se?